Good day, guys. My name is Tutor ICC, and you are welcome to another episode of ICC Maths Tutorials. Today, we are going to be treating the laws of indices. In our last class, we treated the multiplication law, division law, and the negative indices law. But today, we'll be taking more laws of indices. Now, quickly, without wasting much time, let's please start from the unitary indices law. We are in the fourth law, the unitary indices law. This law said that if the index of the base number is equal to 1, therefore the answer will become the base number. That means anything raised to the power of 1 is equal to that thing. That's what this law is all about. If you have s raised to the power of 1, it will give us what? S. 2 raised to the power of 1 will give us what? 2. 100 raised to the power of 1 will be equal to what? 100. That's what this unitary law is all about. We also have called the zero indices law, which is the fifth law, the zero indices law. This one says that anything raised to the power of 0 is equal to 1, or if the index of a number is equal to 0, the final answer will be equal to 1. That's what this law is all about. If you have s raised to the power of 0, the answer will be equal to 1. If you have 2 raised to the power of 0, the answer will be equal to what? 1. If you have 100 raised to the power of 0, the answer will be equal to what? 1. This is what this law is all about. Another law we'll still be considering will be the fractional indices law. Which is the sixth law, the fractional indices law. This law says that if the index of a number is in a fractional form, the denominator will become the root. If you have 2 as the denominator, it becomes square root. If you have 3 as the denominator, it becomes cube root. If you have 4 as the denominator, it becomes fourth root. If you have 5 as the denominator, it becomes fifth root. While the numerator will become the power. Now, this is what I'm talking about. If you have something like this, s raised to the power of 3 or over 2, you can see that 2 is the denominator. Therefore, 2 becomes the root. Since it is 2, it becomes square root. We are going to have the square root of s, while 3 will become what? The power raised to the power of what? Of 3. That's what this law is all about. Why if you have something like this? 2 raised to the power of 3 or over 2. It will become what? Or let's use another number. Let's say 4 raised to the power of 3 over 2. This will become what? Since 2 is the denominator, will become what? The square root of 4 raised to the power of what? Of 3. What is square root of 4? The square root of 4 is equal to 2. We are going to have, we'll now have 2 raised to the power of what? Of 3. And what is 2 raised to the power of 3, which is equal to what? 8, which is 2 times 2 times 2. That will give us all the answer. What about if you have something like this? 8 raised to the power of 2 or over 3. You can see that 3 is now the denominator. And I told you that the denominator becomes the root. Right? Now, since 3 is the denominator, it becomes what? Cube root. It will now become the cube root of 8 raised to the power of what? Of 2. What is the cube root of 8? The cube root of 8 is equal to 2. What we multiply itself 3 times to give us 8. It is what? It is 2. We are going to have 2 raised to the power of what? Of this 2. And what is 2 raised to the power of 2? Is equal to what? 4, which is 2 times 2. That will give us the answer. It's so simple. What about if you have something like this? If you have 16 raised to the power of minus 3 all over 4. Now, the first thing to do when you have something like this is to remove the negative sign. Is to what? Is to remove the negative sign. And how do you remove the negative sign? I treated this under the negative law of indices. You introduce what? 1 all over. And immediately you introduce 1 all over, what will happen? The negative sign will be eliminated. You are going to have, this will become 1 all over, what will happen? The negative sign will be eliminated. 16 raised to the power of 3 all over 4. We are going to have 1 all over, this will now become what? The fourth root of 16 raised to the power of what? 3. The fourth root of 16 raised to the power of what? 3. What is the fourth root of 16? What will multiply itself 4 times to give us 16? It is what? It is 2. We are going to have 1 all over 2 raised to the power of what? Of 3. And what is 2 raised to the power of 3 is 8. We become what? 1 all over what? 8 as the answer. That's all about the fractional indices law. Okay. Let's also take another law. Okay. Now, the seventh law. If you have something like this, m all over n, all raised to the power of 2. Now, you can say that the base number is in a fractional form, or the base number is in a fractional form, and these two is affecting this m, and it's also affecting what? This n. Therefore, they can share it. This thing is same thing as m raised to the power of 2 all over n raised to the power of 2. The same thing applies to when you have something like the square root of m all over n. The same thing as square root of m all over square root of what? Of n. The same thing. And if you have something like this, m raised to the power of 2 bracket m raised to the power of what? Of 3. This thing is same thing as m raised to the power of 2 times 3, which will give us what? M raised to the power of what? Of 6. Okay. If you still have something like this, s raised to the power of 4 equal to s raised to the power of y. Anytime you are equating indices of the same base, you can see that the base number here is s, and the base number here is what? Is s. And these are the indices. You are equating indices of the same base. What do you do? Cancel out the base. You are going to have something like this. This s will cancel out this s. What will not be left? What will be left with 4 equal to what? Equal to y. 4 equal to y. And if you have something like this, m all over n all raised to the power of minus 2. You can see that there's a negative index here, which is minus 2. And inside the bracket is what? A fraction. Immediately you remove this negative sign, the fraction inside the bracket will be what? Will be inverted. Therefore, this thing is same thing as n all over m all raised to the power of 2. You can see that immediately you remove this negative sign, the fraction was inverted. The numerator become the denominator, and the denominator become what? The numerator. That's all about what? Indices. These are the laws of indices. In our next class, we'll be taking examples